Okay, if you don't mind, close your eyes and just make yourself comfortable. Be as comfortable as you possibly can. And just allow yourself in any way that you choose to begin to relax. I'm not sure what that is for you. I'm not sure if you relax from the top of your head and let everything go loose, limp, and comfortably relaxed all the way down to the tips of your toes. Or if you relax from the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head. And it doesn't matter at all. We were talking about following the breath a moment ago. Do that now if you don't mind. Just breathe in deeply and exhale comfortably. And this time, pay attention to where the breath begins. Notice the beginning of the breath. And notice the end of the breath. And now I want you to do something really interesting. Notice the beginning and the middle and the end of the breath. You know that place where the breath turns around and becomes an exhale? Notice the middle of the breath. And as you continue breathing comfortably, you can continue to notice the beginning, middle, and end of the breath. As you go deeper inside your own mind, you may notice that there's a long hallway. You may see it, you may feel it, you may just know it's there. This long, curving hallway. Begin to walk down that long, curving hallway. All the way around the curve. And right there at the end of the curve is a doorway. Go up to that doorway. This door is marked Master Control Room. Go ahead and go in. I'm so curious. Open the door and you notice it's a very heavy door. Go ahead and look inside of that room, and it's a little dark in there. As your eyes adjust to the dimmer light inside, you happen to notice there are 5 steps leading down into the room. You notice the room is filled with racks and racks all along the walls with dials and gauges. The dials and gauges just seem to go on forever. But as you look more closely now, you can make out some clear labels on each individual rack. It's kind of curious, maybe even a little bit funny. There are racks marked blood pressure, body temperature, metabolism. There are racks for legs and arms, and they're even divided into right and left. So many racks and dials and wheels and switches. And as you look around in amazement, your eyes find that spot right there in the middle of the room. There's a desk there with a giant book on it. There's a soft light shining down on that magical book. And you can just make out the title on a dusty cover there. You can tell it's bound with the finest of leather, brilliantly gold edged pages. It's curious that it obviously hasn't been opened in a very, very long time. Well, curiosity encourages you to go inside that room now and gently step down those 5 steps. 4, moving on inside. 3, letting go of that heavy door. 2, finding your eyes adjusting to the light. And 1, you're inside. And now you can clearly see the cover of that book. It's embossed with owner's manual. And you see your name clearly spelled out there. Maybe this is the first time you realize that you're in the master control room of your mind and your body. And you open the cover and you notice the dedication page. It's dedicated to you. It's a book all about you. And as you begin to turn the pages there slowly, you notice the pictures of you through your life. There's the first day of life for you, a perfect, healthy baby born into an earthly adventure. There are more pictures of you along the way, each a representation of perfect health for you. And you notice there are diagrams with each picture, each stage of life with the proper settings for all the dials and gauges throughout that whole control room. With wonder, you begin to turn the pages and you realize you can find the proper setting for everything here in this manual. As you continue to flip the pages, you realize just how much control you now have for the proper settings of your entire body and your operating system. And you quickly now find your way to the page that has everything to do with your reason for finding yourself here today. You go right to that page. Maybe it's a loss, or maybe it's something that's missing, or maybe it's a pain, but you can go right there. And if you have any trouble at all finding what you're looking for, look over there in the corner of the room. There's an engineer over there just waiting to be called on. If you need some help with any of the adjustments, that engineer knows exactly what to do for you, and you can call on the help you need. Go around to just the right switches and dials. You can find one for smell. You can find one for taste. You can find one for your right leg or your big toe. You can find one for your back. And you can go to the proper dial and put it right in the proper position. Move the dials and the switches so that they're right where they're supposed to be for you. Right where they're supposed to be. And now that the equipment is tuned up and changed into good working order, you notice that full-length mirror over there in the far corner of the control room. Go over and look at that newly refurbished you. And your image is calling you closer. The adjustments have been made. There's something new and different about you. That image is calling you closer and closer. Your perfect image is reaching up to connect with you, holding your hands, touching you, hugging you. Reach up and touch the fingers of that perfect image of you. Feel the fingers touching. Feel the palms coming together, grasping hold of that perfect you, coming together in all of the unconditional love that comes from your source, the infinite love and wisdom that comes pouring into you. Take a moment to connect and feel it. Feel it moving through your hands, into your arms and shoulders in a unidirectional flow up to the top of your head and down to the tips of your toes, correcting everything in your head, in your nose, in your chest, in your knees. And you fill up with the wonder of you. And you move closer to your perfect reflection, receiving the unconditional love and motivation to move into health and comfort. Move into the perfect you. And you're aware that you and your reflection have now merged together to become one. As you step out of that mirror now and into your empowered life of health and vitality, you look again at that owner's manual with your name on it, and you smile as you realize that you did, in fact, come with an owner's manual. You just never knew it till now. It's been waiting for you to open it your entire life. And now that you know the secret, you can consult your manual whenever you want or need it the most, understanding that proper maintenance is needed to keep your control room running at optimum efficiency. So allow yourself to come back often so you can make safe and moderate adjustments as necessary. And now, as the dials and gauges have been changed at the other than conscious level, you can begin to bring your awareness to the sensations in your body, where you can already feel the corrections taking hold. Notice the corrections having already been made, finding a balance, moving from the unconscious to the conscious level of comfort and release. Coming back to the room whole and healthy. Moving into your future, looking for the health that you desire. Controlling your health whenever it's important for you.